Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So we're going to focus on the MSQ today, I believe. And I would like to do it as a Thaumaturge. We haven't been them in a bit. But before we do, we kind of need to catch up on levels. And we do have a bunch of hunts we can do. So let's start knocking these out. We're in Thanalan right now. Anything we need? What? Okay, Western Thanalan Footfalls. Western Thanalan. Okay, we actually saw these frogs last time when we killed a bunch of them. Southern Thanalan. Eastern Thanalan. More southern. More southern. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. That's a weird name. It looks like a, and I don't know what, I forget the name of the things. But not a stroker. Okay, let's go to Western Thanalan. Or we probably, okay, let's just warp to, let's just use one of our tickets. We also have class quests to do. I haven't gone back to actually do the Thaumaturge quests in quite a bit. But we'll get to a bit higher level. We can knock out the level 25 one too at the same time. I think we need to be level 28 to do the next MSQ. So we're a bit of ways. Well, I don't think I want to try to take you on as a squishy. There we are. So these are fine levels. The one issue is I know the frogs do grab you, which is a little annoying. But we can make that work. That's all the Yarzan we need. Although we might need more legs, or whatever. For crafting stuff in the future. Ochus! That's what they're called. Ochus. Not stropers. Okay, we don't need the giggling ones. Those are the hard ones. Yeah, like grab, get back out, and cast. I guess I could get in a scathe while we're backing out. Oh, wait. Don't grab me. Okay, good. Because if he did, he put me right in front of that other one. Alright. That's gonna hit me. And I don't need any of those guys, right? I don't think they were on my list. Hey, more toad skins. Awesome. There we go. No, there wasn't anything else in Western, right? I don't believe so. Crowd, Moscow. So southern Thailand at Broken Water. Up at Little Alamica. Could be all over the place here, though. It's a large area. I'll have to look around. Oh, they're right in front of me. Any of these? No fallen dudes? Doesn't look like it. This might not be enough XP. We might not be able to get high enough to actually do the quests we need to do. That would be unfortunate. If we get to like 26 or 27, we can do quests in Shroud. And there's always the potential for a dungeon run. Or some leaves. I need another fly. I didn't get all the ones I needed. Oh, there's one. Level 29. We can do it. We might have already done it. I didn't pay attention last time. There we go. Alright, what's next? Purbles in Eastern Thailand, or Corpse Brigade Knuckle Dancers near here. The Red Labyrinth. Where is that? Out here. Okay. The Labyrinth Guide to the Minotaur Mound. I have no idea what this is. But let's try to find those corpse people. Like, I'm maybe thinking like around this mountain. I know we got ambushed by a group over there, but I don't think there were like set spawns over there. That was just for a quest. Yeah, here we go. I should eat food for leveling. Oh dear. You got off like a heel or something. Almost died. Wow. Here, let's put a potion on our bar. No. That heal. Not fair. Oh. What just happened? Something happened with the power in my house. Didn't seem to reset anything. I hope I didn't lose my internet. Okay, well, until something goes wrong, we're just gonna keep on going. Oh. There we go. But not enough to get us the levels we need. Wow. I mean, like in the 1 to 20, each hunt would almost give you a level by itself. Now we did 3 and haven't gone like only 2/3 of a level. Oh well. So the remaining one was off to the left, across the bridge. Yep. If we have to, we'll switch classes and just do the MSQ on our pugilist or our gladiator, because they're ready to go. I'd rather do it on this, but you know, needs must. What is it we're looking for? Fire sprites. Yeah. I wonder if they're resistant to fire. You know, just a thought. Let's see how bad this is gonna be. No, actually, they seem. But missing is gonna be an issue. We might not be able to do this yet. Nope. Fair enough. I at least want to get to level 25 though, so we'll go to the other places. I know that we had some logs for, some early on logs for East Shroud and Upper Lenoskia. This was also South Shroud, right? Yeah. So let's go to Gridania. Now, what exactly do we need here? We need the Ochus, which are like all the way to the east, I believe. Yeah. I'm not gonna mess with the big dude. Like the music. These are all too low for us. 16, 20. The enemies would be 3 lower, so it'd be level 17 enemies. Waste of time. So what do I need in South Road? Barcaft. Oh, I could have gotten these back in East Route. I need to go back there and do it. But we can get this River Yarzen. Yeah, River Yarzen and the Barcaft. Whoa. That's what I need. After over near Buscarin's, just to the south of him, I believe. No, they're on the river to the north. Maybe no, down the after to the south. There's another type of thing. An Oraban is to the north. I think, you know, I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thank you. Alright, back into Shroud. Let's just warp. I want to be lazy. If you're gonna be lazy early. There we are. It's funny, a lot of the virtue of casting lightning is just that it's not fire. It gives me a chance to get my mana back up. One more? So, now what? This is Oakwood? Yeah. And other Oakwood and Eastern Thailand first. Or, they're both kind of distant. Let's just go to Oakwood first. This is a long teleport. It might be the longest teleport I've done. I don't think I've ever had to spend more than 600 before. What was it we needed? Because we're about... Something over this way. Yarzan, right. This is a fun place for a picnic. I can see what they're up to. Either that or they're sexting. Or cybering, or whatever they say. Well, these are cats. These are not. Yarzan. There's a Yarzan. These cats can go away now, please. Excuse me. Alright, next. Verbals in Eastern Thailand. And I think that's the last one we can do for now. Another very long warp. Oh, I do love it when it rains. Technically, these are good levels for me. I think we're below the recommended level, but hey, we could help out. Oh, they killed the dude. They killed 3 of the dudes. I'm terrible at this. Get some health back. Good, someone else is helping. There we go. Oh, there's even more. That might have been a mistake. That was a mistake. You guys can leash now. But hey, maybe by drawing them out, I like let the rest of them get killed or something. I don't think this is gonna go well. Yeah, there's only 2 people left. They keep on streaming in. Technically, we're almost there. Fate failed. Yeah. Oh well. We weren't really here for that. We were here to get purple. Wait for our health to come back a little bit. Healing. Thunder 2. So I guess it's just an AoE thunder arm, but not upgradable. And all enemies near it, yeah. Oh, this will be nice. At level 30, getting this, getting a heal, or getting a shield. And we get upgrades of fire. Okay. And we had... No, that was it. That was all the logs we could do. Now unless we want to go back and kill those... we probably could now. We're 26 as opposed to 23? Or 24 when we first tried. Let's try it. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but maybe it's enough. If not, then we have a quick route back to Oda. Yep. Simple enough. The only thing that was keeping us from being able to do it before was we were missing so much. Now we're not missing. What's this place? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is. Sure. Level 31. Oh, I get it. It's just a teleport between these two places. Well, that's disappointing. I thought it was like a different area or something. I got all excited. There we go. And the remaining one is Stropers in Central Shroud. I think we'll wait on those. Let's go back to Ul'dah. So, last time we were at the Thaumaturge Guild, we helped the leaders of the guild's brother get possessed by a demon. Let's see what the follow-up to that is. You're safe. I fear you'd fallen victim to the Mage Slayer. Have you not heard of the recent spate of gruesome killings taking place within Ul'dah? Oh dear. Each case involves at least one dead Thaumaturge, and every corpse is found bloody, battered, and utterly drained of etheric energy. Ill tidings aside, I'm glad to see you alive and glowing with vitality. It's time for you to delve into the final chapter of the Abyss. Greetings, Ye. Are you once more prepared to peruse the pages of power and peril? The threat of perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the daunting power we wield. Flames pursue, ice transfixes, lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. But what terror descends when from all sides those ranks close? Flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat, and wear you the multitudinous foe. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? It will be most problematic should you meet this malefic Mage Slayer, and he or she proves to be multiple murderers. What a Thaumaturge needs is a quick-set thrall, or courageous companion, to accompany her in cases where collective cronies are expected. As for your trial, Kokoboa, allow me to suggest a practical course for Ye's training. The town is buzzing with the news of yet more slaughtered Thaumaturges, their mutilated bodies found fouling the waters of Nafika's wells. I'd have Ye aid me in hunting down the culprit. Ye may have tolerated your interruption of her trial last time, Boosie, but you are hardly the hardy henchman she needs to clear such a hazardous hurdle. Your concerns are understandable. If it would allay your fears, I can introduce Ye to a valiant warrior who recently entered my employ. You've secured the services of a stalwart swordsman. That would indeed be in line with the learning the lesson of the day. Come now, Ye. Let us be about our business before Kokobaha has a change of heart. Was that Kokobushi? So where am I going? Nafika's Wells? In Western Thailand. Okay. It's closer to the entrance. That's your stalwart swordsman? Okay. So good of you to come. My Rogadin friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the ossuary. There's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I'd go with you, but with my delicate stomach, I fear I might contaminate the scene. Look for anything to help us track down the killer. Would they by chance have a stalwart companion? The big two. Where is it? There it is. Did you uncover anything incriminating? A bloody scepter, a shredded tome, and a bloody bracelet. The blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated as it is with enticing etheric energy, will lure the Mage Slayer into the open. Have courage, our burly companion stands ready to leap to your aid. Little sketch. A soul sucker imp. And there's the swordsman. seemingly ordinary imp. Put the big guy to sleep. Sleep wore off? This guy's almost dead. What a shame. That takes care of that. I'm off to collect my coin. I truly thought he was going to attack us. It seems your partnership with our hired blade went splendidly. It's unfortunate that one of the imps was able to flutter away. Oh, did you not notice? You wouldn't wish to report to Kokoboho with your trial but half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid that the Rogadin has already collected his recompense and departed for the nearest alehouse. What to do? What to do? Surely a thaumaturge of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it's fled into that little cave over there. Well. That is not Kokobusi. Well, it is Kokobusi, but a Kokobusi possessed by the void scent that escaped from Morno's urn. It was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain thaumaturges. And you, my dear Manorigier, were to be next. I have wanted to absorb your power since the moment we met. A pity. This has been such an amusing charade. However, did you see through it? I'm Kokobusi's brother. How could I not? It's time I destroyed you, Mormo, and put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. A coward like you destroy me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. Yeah, that's not normal. Poor spineless thaumaturge. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobusi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane strength to stand beside his brothers as an equal. What a shame he must now stand against you. It pains me to admit, but there is some truth to the creature's words. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I betrayed my own teachings. Return to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial. Fine, we'll walk back. God. How do I even get back up? Not this way. Oh, let's do this last quest. I forgot about it. Or maybe it's not the last. Maybe it'll open up a new quest chain. While we're passing by. We're nowhere near the right level for it, but that's okay. It's terrible, Ye. Simply terrible. You must help us. You've already done so much for us, but we're in grave danger. Those fiends have drawn up a fake contract of sale and are trying to use it to drive us from the bazaar. Do you smell that, Kikipu? That is the smell of inevitability. You knew this day would come. You simply chose to fill the interim with resistance instead of acceptance. Brave, but foolish. Back for more, Kenrick. How many times must I say it before it seeps into your thick skull of yours? I'll die before I see one ilm of this land fall into your hands. Easily arranged, I assure you. Come, Kikipu, this is the reason. You know who we are. You know our deeds. You've no hope in this. Look at this miserable place. A stain on the map. You resist now, but I swear, I will lay waste to these shabby tents and broken buildings. And when I'm finished, I guarantee you will thank me for it. Stupid, foolish man. You couldn't be more wrong. We may no longer boast of the visitors or guild of days past, but this is home to me and many more. Our memories are here. Years of them. Decades. We sweated together when we dug this well. We laughed and drank together in every festival. We mourned with each life the desert took from us. That is the Silver Bazaar. That is home. Those memories are what makes this place. And I swear to the 12 above, I'll feed you and whatever masters you serve your own manhood before I let you destroy it. Stubborn girl. No matter, the sale is all but concluded. Look about you. Writs of seizure have already been posted. I'd not think of taking them down, were I you. End this futile fight, Kikipu. There are far more of us, and if you are truly willing to die for this place, we're more than willing to oblige. The writs of seizure, chase them, tear them down. Okay. We're way over leveled for this. But that's okay. I thought you might belong. Pity you're too late. The demolitionists are already on their way. The Ritz! What have you done? But that means no, that's impossible. The day may be yours, but I'll be back soon with far more fearsome company. You've made an enemy for life, you fool. I won't be content simply to see the bazaar struck from the maps. I'll not rest until its name is wiped from every history book in the Eorzea. So Kenrick is gone for now, is he? Certainly the brightest news we've had in a while, though I cannot but wonder about the more fearsome company he threatens to bring. I've never had a way with words, bloody paltry things, but we would like to thank you. You've not just saved the bazaar, you've saved me. You've saved who I am. I see now I'll have to maintain constant vigilance to keep my home from harm, but it's a vigil I welcome. I'll stand up to any threat that comes through that gate. Saw what you did for us, having ye here chase off Kenrick and all. It's true, there ain't much here worth fighting for, but it's home, and I for one ain't ready to give up on it yet. This is home, even if there's nothing left but sand and cracked stone. Then I say we build something, right here, together. Thank you, everyone. And most of all, thank you, Ye. There are no more fine garments of gold spun and brassard here. No more bustling port with ships full of cargo and fish. But the better days live on in our hearts. We are the Silver Bazaar, and it is us. Our memories, our past, our history. That is what makes this place. So long as we remain, so too does hope. You taught us what it is to defend the home we love, and from now on we'll do no less for ourselves than you've done for us. Deliver this letter to Mamodi. Sounds good. I'm so not in the right place. I was looking for the entrance and now it's way ahead. Excuse me. Well, I said I was going to do the MSQ and we have done, 0 of it. So far. We're still getting ready, but even level 27 probably isn't high enough. Let's see, what level is this quest? It's level 27, so we might be able to get away with doing that. Kokabuki advised us of your adventures. It seems the Mage Slayer slithered away, but your stint with the Swordsman was nonetheless successful. Your time with our Tome of Teachings is at an end. Well, to be absolutely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice, but Kokabuki considers it extracurricular. I've yet to inform my brothers of Kokabusi's misfortune. I've yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lessons of Thaumaturge demanded I slay the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike. Minimal risk, victory all but assured. How many more will suffer from my hesitation? It will likely be some time before Mormo resurfaces to kill again. Now that we've uncovered the deception, the Void Scent will seek a new hunting ground. And though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Ah, yay, I saw you coming this time. I've been more watchful since Kokabuki told us about that dreadful business with Kokabusi. We must locate our unfortunate younger sibling as soon as possible and deal with him. But Kokabuki is not his usual unflappable self. It frightens me to see our eldest so indecisive. Terrifies me, in fact. Perhaps you might speak with him. Yea, long have I agonized over Kokabusi's plight, and the measures I might take to extricate him from it. It would not do to call upon my Thaumaturge colleagues. They would simply seek to obliterate my brother outright. Our teachings from the yawning abyss allow no alternative. There is one tiny glimmer of hope. I've had word that the scholars who requested the destruction of the urn have returned from their expedition. They're currently at Camp Drybone. Go to those experts and ask about it. Sounds good. Dun, da, da, dun, dun. Da, 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 dun, dun. You're interested in reading our Book of Mormo? Of course. It would be a pleasure to share our findings with a fellow student of the Void Scent. Here is the first chapter, my own humble contribution to our research. It tells the tale of how we became aware of the creature's existence, and delves into the nature of the urn that imprisoned her power. I guess, okay, we just had to find 3 of them. If you seek the definitive work on Mormo, then seek no further. I penned an in-depth analysis of a most cunning ritual, a method contrived by mages of Eld to annihilate the soul of this especially potent void scent. When it comes to draining it, such as a creature of its etheric energies, one must... But I have not the time to stand here explaining the intricacies of shaping arcane pottery. Take my chapter and read it at your leisure. And... maybe inside? Maybe up on top? Alright, where is he? I don't see him. It's gonna be somewhere really obvious, and I'm just blind. There he is. You wish to learn of Mormo, right this instant? But we've barely... How did you... Well, I suppose I could spare a copy of my writings. You forgot to go back to Mamodi too. Let's do that. There you go. Here are the 3 chapters. The histories unearthed in the ruins of Silda depict the suffering wrought by a singular powerful void scent. With genius born of desperation, the mages of the now fallen city fashioned an urn that would drain and imprison the vitality of any creature that laid a hand or claw upon it. Believing she was receiving a gift of appeasement, found her very essence drawn forth and trapped within the pot. The pot's lid was never to be opened again. To do so would release the ravenous void scent. Kokobusi's body provided little arcane sustenance for the weakened void scent, forcing her to prey upon richer sources of ether. This morsel of information may prove most vital. It may be the only glimmer of hope our poor sibling has. Hand this over to Kokobiga. These passages hold naught but misery and despair. We have little choice but to employ our traditional approach. Though fraught with danger, there is one solution that promises an alternative. If we fail, it will likely mean death for us all. Who is this mad mage that poses as our eldest brother? What of avoiding the threats, of eliminating the risks? Is that not how we Thaumaturges do battle? With each passing moment, Momo draws ever closer to her full strength. It pains me to even suggest it, but we should strike now, while the void scent is yet feeble. I share that self-same sentiment. Sorrowful though it may be, we must slay our enslaved sibling, and soon. Listen, brothers, my solution is thus. In return for releasing Kokobusi from Momo's thrall, I will offer the void scent the chance to glut herself on my mana. You cannot. That succubus will drain you to a lifeless husk, and such a feast will awaken all her terrible magics. The well of my power is vast. I wager Mormo's thirst will be slaked before my spirit runs dry. In the newly enlivened void scent, she will then face the combined wrath of Yei and 4 guildmasters of Thaumaturge. How can we hope to prevail against this paragon of preternatural potency? We've always avoided adversaries against whom we held no advantage. The fault lies with me. Ever have I encouraged avoidance, and taught only the wisdom of certain victory. It's time we learned the courage to fight battles of unsure outcome. It's you, Yei, that I ask to instruct us. There's yet one chapter left in the yawning abyss, one customarily hidden from newer members. Undertake the trial found within, and show my brothers what it means to be brave. The arcane might you all possess is far greater than you believe. Once you deem yourself prepared for the lesson of the true final chapter, meet us in the hallowed hall of Thal's Respite. Okay. All the way up here. Oh my god. I bet this will be faster. Going south from here. Here we go. The hidden chapter of Yawning Abyss presents a trial that challenges the accumulated knowledge and skills of a single Thaumaturge. Employ all the tools at your disposal if you hope to seize the victory. I mean, we don't really have a lot of tools. It would be easier if you weren't there messing up my targeting. Got a lot of help. That was a good test of your abilities. That was decent. With the primal energies of Thaumaturge at your command, there is no threat which you cannot overcome. We've been wasting our potential. I'd never have believed it possible for a mage to show such courage and live. What a wonder Ye was! I feel my fingers itching to fling fire with a fury. Your inspiring display of magecraft has set the minds of my brothers reeling with new possibilities. Let us return to the guild and discuss what is to come. Don't suppose we can teleport? No, not for 3 minutes. Oh. Before we engage the Void Scent, some time is needed from brothers to unlearn their ingrained inclinations. Okay, so we're not going to actually do it this time. That's a shame. I was kind of looking forward to a big confrontation. Well, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of tired, and I think I'm gonna actually stop. I was hoping to get up to 27 so we could go and do the MSQ, but I guess next time. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.